Alrighty. Go to economy. And let's see. We're gonna start the game off, guys, playing a new mod that is a blend between Red Alert and StarCraft 2. And it is called Redcraft. So, we're gonna be casting a game between myself, Dr.Greenthumb, and the creator himself, YamatoSpecial. And then we got me in the green, Dr. Greenthumb, and down here in the blue is Yamato. And this is a very interesting game as it pans out, guys. So if you play any bit of StarCraft 2, you'll notice that we got something real wonky already happening here. This game does play a lot like StarCraft 2, but kind of looks more like Red Alert, I would say, is what the flavor is of it. So we got two engineers, aka SCVs, walking across the map very early in the game. And we've already got a barracks coming out for YamatoSpecial. We'll see what happens here. This is a very large map. It's Antiga Shipyard for those familiar with StarCraft 2 from back in the day. Antiga Shipyard is a very beloved map, and we had somebody who was kind enough to create the map for us who also plays the game. Alright, so we got the action kicking off here. Gonna have double barracks coming down here for Dr. Greenthumb. So proxy 2 racks, gonna have some aggression coming out here. Harvester count, we have 9 for myself and 10 for Yamato. So this means it's not really that bad of a play here. We're not really down many harvesters in this situation. So to get the 2 racks here could be pretty advantageous. We'll see how it plays out. But we can see Yamato, even with these 2 extra workers, has made a little bit more money than I have. Both of us sitting about $150 a piece. Looks like we mined a little money here before we headed back to base, stealing a little bit of cash from Yamato, just like you pretty much do in StarCraft 2. That is efficiency, is what we call that. Right, this one's gonna do it too. Very nice. First Marine is out. Yamato's going for a orbital command center. That's a little attachment here. Gives you mules and a scan, just like in StarCraft 2. Currently do not have a supply feature yet. So you are able to just get as many units as you are able to afford and just spam them out. And there's no real hindrance of that. Which I kind of like, but I could see why we would want to maybe implement a supply cap system, you know, just for the skill ceiling. And even though Dr. Greenthumb here has gone for the proxy 2 racks, it looks like YamatoSpecial has more than enough to really deal with it. No second base yet. We got a factory, and now we are going for a starport. So we're doing like a 1-1-1 build here for YamatoSpecial. Ooh, my game volume is loud. $12 harvesters to 13. Let's see here. Not disable this route. There we go. So just barely out of his vision here. Trying to scout for a second base. So we see there's no second base. So we know there's probably going to be some sort of a lot of army or a lot of tech on his side. We went for the proxy, so we might as well see what we can get from it. So looks like we're setting up a little sandwich attack here. That animation right there was the mules. Little drop pods from the sky. That is the Redcraft feature look-alike. And this game is very cool how Yamato has really tied all the units to really look and feel the part of what the StarCraft 2 units would be. Alright, so we see nothing. He doesn't really see nothing. Let's see. So he sees the northern attack here. Reacts. Pulls back to the base, actually, which is very smart. Fight goes very favorably. And honestly, right here, I'm kind of thinking that the game is over. You know, we destroyed the racks. Nothing's coming to attack us, by the way. And it's kind of a mistake even staying here. We should take all these guys and walk right into the mineral line and kill all the workers. That would be the game-winning move. No expansion yet. From green. Pulls the boys. Except for the mules, these are the mule workers here. They look a lot like the regular worker, but it's all good. Alright, so at this point in the game, Yamato has one harvester. And it's not even a harvester, it's a mule. And everyone's probably thinking, how does this game go any longer, right? But we're about to see. Uh-huh. A flippin' battle cruiser pops out of nowhere and just starts to shred my entire army, and this changes the whole dynamic of the game. Even though he doesn't have a single harvester, he's got money to make more and he's got a battle cruiser out. And I proxy 2 racks with no real plan behind it. This is supposed to win me the game, and a battle cruiser absolutely shuts this down. So I'm hilariously gonna try to spread my units and try to do some damage somewhere. Yamato starts to remake his economy, drops a mule. And mules really do give you a lot of money, guys. It definitely doesn't make up for 15 to 5 harvester or 15 to 2 harvester with the 3 mules, but they do mine a lot, just like in StarCraft. Looks like he drops a scan, maybe on the second base. I missed it, but it looks like he dropped a scan on the second base. That's what that plane was that flew by here. Right there. That's a scan plane. And it just reveals an area for a little bit, just like the sweeper scan does. Sees I have no second base. And after seeing the battle cruiser, I went into an engineering bay to get turrets. Turrets are pretty good. One of them almost beats a battle cruiser one-on-one, but battle cruiser does win. Let's jump to YamatoSpecial's vision here. So he comes in, sees the turret, wants to hit over here. Very good. Try to avoid the turret. As you can see, though, these turrets do some work. The SCVs can repair the turret, by the way. There is a feature. And a little note here while this harassment is happening, as I'm going to pull all the SCVs over here, try to make this battlecruiser take as much damage as possible. Try to get him out of my hair because it's annoying. These little oil derricks here are eventually going to be a gas resource that we can harvest. So very cool. Lots of cool things in the works here. This is a great mod. The proxy 2 racks that I had, I sent these guys back to defend the battlecruiser. And then I got about halfway, the battlecruiser died, and I sent them back here. And now we've got an uh-oh in the base. This is an oh shit situation. Morty tells me to run, but it is too late. I'm actually very lucky the tank came back this way a couple of steps. One base little shit. The infantry show up, gunning down the tank, losing all but one worker. Oh, how the tables have turned. So yeah, YamatoSpecial's up to 7 workers, and I am down to 1. The Hellions shooting at the building here. Seems like it was maybe forgotten about. Maybe it was focusing back at home. All right, so we have basically reset the game, but I would give the tip of the cap to YamatoSpecial here, because I feel like I know another battle cruiser is probably coming. Is basically what I'm thinking. That's why I didn't send these guys to go be super aggressive right off the bat. I figured after that aggression has been cleared up, it's been a little bit, maybe a secondary battle cruiser on the way. He had mules after all. Let's see. Hasn't spotted the proxy yet. Oh, look at me just rallying right into that. That's awesome. No second base yet either, which is kind of uncommon because you can do a standard like barracks into like a 1 racks expand like you can in StarCraft 2. Get a Reaper and everything. The Reaper does not hop up and down cliffs. Don't think there's going to be a workaround for that, unfortunately. But we can see. Second battle cruiser out. Look, my suspicion was true. I'm glad I kept these guys back, because this battle cruiser does absolute work on units. Very nice kiting away. Another mule drop down here. And green is holding on for absolute dear life. Even has a desperation proxy command center. Since we proxied our barracks, you know, we might as well keep the style going this match and proxy a base while we're at it. At the gold, nonetheless. And we are very broke. We have $120 to our name. Yamato's not looking as healthy as we are either. Well, his eco's kind of kicking in. Those mules he dropped are starting to do work. Trying to just get this battle cruiser away. He's in a very annoying spot here, and I really don't want him to like take out the factory, so I want to get mines. There's no Thor yet. We just have Hellions, tanks, Widow mines, and Cyclones. I had to think about that for a second. Still very early stages of the mod, but Yamato's been very busy at it and makes a lot of progress over a small amount of time. The amount of evolution this game has gone through in just like a couple weeks is totally insane. Alright, drops a scan here. Sees everything. Drops some mules, and he's going to repair the battle cruiser. Picking up a second base at home. Second battle cruiser out. And then we got 2 battle cruisers versus 4 Marines. And 3 turrets. Yeah, I know we're in trouble, but we gotta drop the starport, right? Even though it might get killed, you have to do it. Trying to relocate the mine. The mine does have a cloak ability. If he kills this airport, starport, it's basically GG. But my barracks are across the map. I'd have nothing really to shoot up to kill this, except for maybe the Cyclone, but the Cyclone's a little underwhelming at the moment, I'd say. Maybe we just haven't found its little niche yet, but doesn't seem like it's used much. I got one out just because we're desperate. A cool little fact is that you can out micro a BC with a Viking. Very good micro on Green's part. Just lose the Cyclone like that. Very good. But as you can see, yeah, we're just Green's gonna kite back with this Viking and just pick away at it. Pick away at these battle cruisers. Try to chip away as much HP as we can. And then meanwhile, we have this gold base down here. And Green's hoping this doesn't get caught. Drop some more mules for repairs. Very nice. Second base up and running. Just barely misses the gold base. And if they get the gold base, you know it's over, right? Because there's no way I'm gonna, with him going up, with Yamato, I should say, going up to 2 bases, Green would eventually not be able to keep up, right? Even now, look at the cash. Three battle cruisers. Oh man. 2 Vikings out helps a little bit. And we've got a couple infantry here. Oh, looks like that proxy 2 rags from Green had a couple of riflemen that were made. Comes down here, hits the second base. Meanwhile, up in the Green's main, we got a big fight happening. We've got a bunch of infantry on the ground trying to take out the starport. Looks like it is going to go down. 1 battle cruiser has been lost. Looks like Green's picking away at a second one. Oh, big mine hit here. The mines actually took a huge shot against versus the infantry. Cleared them all up. Looks like Green's blue is looking back at home, trying to see what's going on here. As these BCs are just getting picked off here. Time to get out of here, I'd say. Has enough, I think, right here to deal with this. GG is going to be called for YamatoSpecial after losing the second base here. Looks like that proxy 2 racks eventually comes in handy for Green, as the gold base still goes unscouted. And we've got air production on the way. So able to level the game back out as Green takes the victory. That is a crazy, that's one of the craziest games that has happened yet on on this game, guys. That was a fun one.